Hi, I'm Don, and this is The Hobbyist Geek. Welcome back, y'all. We are continuing our Ghostbusters Ecto-1 build. We've got issue 34. We get the parts for stage 129. Let's go ahead and get these things out. Continue with this build. And here are the parts we get with stage 129. We've got 2 light bar undersides, a separator panel, 2 light bar trims, the front light bar lens, motor retainer, LED covers, wire retainer, and a couple stickers and a mess of screws. Alright, this next bit's going to be a little messy, but basically we're going to take this assembly from the front. In my case it's marked N, but it's whichever one is the longest. We're going to take the switch here. We're going to slot the switch into this little hole right there. I think it's supposed to go like this. So it'll go in like this, or similar to it. We're going to take this motor retainer here. You can see there's a bit of a gap there. We're going to try and get those cables into that gap. It might be easier to do it this way. Yeah, there we go. And then we've got to use this to get these motors retained. Preferably without bunching up the cables. There we go. So it looks a little like this. And try to make sure all of these are also lined up when you do this. And like I said, this is kind of finicky here. But there are 2 holes here and 1 hole here in the back, for which we're going to be putting EP screws. So let's go ahead and get all this fixed in place. All right, should look a little something like that when you're done. Now, up here on this control board, you've got 2 plugs that are currently open. The motors are going to plug into those. So let's go ahead and make that happen. Perfect. Now, you need to take this plug. There's a big hole right there. I'm going to shove it down in there. Just like that. Now we got to take the 4 LEDs here, and those are going through the same hole. All right, so it should look a little something like that. We're gonna have to do some management up in here, but we'll get to that in just a bit. Now, there are these 4 LEDs, and they are all gonna pop into these holes here. With the size, it's pretty obvious which one goes where. So, should look a little something like this. And now, we're going to take the LED retainers, and somehow we're going to get these things permanently fixed. About like this, and we're going to use an EP screw on each of them to hold it in place. Alright, should look a little something like this when you're done. Now for the LEDs, you can pull the slack in, but make sure that the power cable is out as much as it can be. But we're going to want to pull all the slack in from the LED cables. Now, we're going to want to take all of these loose cables and the circuit board, and it's all going to go into this compartment there. And then we use the tape to hold it in place. A little something like this. Whew. All right. Still in all, looking good, and we can move on. All right, for this next bit, we're going to take the light bar cover and the underside pieces here, and we're going to place these in here. There we go. Okay. They're a very specific way they got to go. Man. But basically, you want the edge here, the angled edge, to line up with this. So, I'm going to be doing it like this, and then you do the same for the other. And here's where the fun begins. Now, we've got to take the light bar itself. I'm going to plop that thing in there. Hopefully all the screw holes line up for everything. And we're going to be using XP screws to hold everything in place. All right, look at that. Looking good, looking good. Now we got to do a little wire retainer here. This cable here is going to basically go into the clip here, and the clip is going to go right here, and we're going to be using an MP screw to hold it in place. All right, should look a little like that when you're done. All right, if you haven't already, now's a good time to wipe it down and get rid of the fingerprints, especially across this center section here. Now we're going to take this, the separator panel, okay, and basically we're going to put it here and we're going to fold it down around. Make sure that the grill is facing the opposite side of where this cable is coming out. So it should go on like this, and we're basically just gonna put some pressure on to bend it into place. All right, y'all. So this is approximately what it will look like when it's done. I'm not particularly happy with this. I mean, yeah, it's tight, it's not coming off, but that was just not the best way to manufacture this piece. I think they could have done much better. I really do. All right, next up, we're basically applying stickers. We've got the trim here, and it will basically just go in like this, one on either side. You got to pull the backing off first, but nice and easy. And there you go. Trim is in place, and we're ready to bring out the big boy. Okay, time for the finishing touches. I'm gonna take the light bar here. We've got our plug. It's going to go into this plug. Nice, neat, and easy. Now, if you take a look, there's two holes here, And on these bases that we've already installed, there are 2 holes for it to line up with. So we just gotta plug this thing in, make sure the holes line up on both sides. And we're gonna use AP screws on either side to hold it in place. Okay, there we go. All 4 screws are in place. Gonna go a little free cam here. That is what it will look like on either side when you're done. Now, it's time to test. Let's see here, we'll flip the switch and, oh my! I'm not sure I like that. I mean, it looks cool, but it's very, very fast and insanely loud. Holy crap. That's unfortunate. But it does look cool, and it's in place, and it's fully functional. So I think we are good. And that, I'm afraid, is the end of this stage. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.